A presidential hopeful says children are living on the streets and scrounging for food, all at the direction of the federal government. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Brenda Medina. We're told many are bathing in the river that separates the U.S. and Mexico, a river they're told not to cross as part of the Trump administration's Remain in Mexico program. Today, presidential hopeful Julian Castro crossed into Matamoros, Mexico, with Local 23's Derek Garcia, who joins us from the bridge. And Derek, you had a chance to speak with Castro.
Good evening, Brenda. Castro went to Mexico after learning just how terrible the Trump administration Remain in Mexico policy is. And he was able to see the conditions firsthand. And he's calling on those who attended church on Sunday to see what's happening here on a Monday. Monday, Democratic presidential hopeful Julian Castro did what many Trump critics have not done: cross into Mexico. At the base of the Matamoros, Tamaulipas bridge are tents, some covered in trash bags to keep the rain out, others are barely holding up. There's no electricity or running water, only porta potties and the river to wash what little clothes the migrants own. The number and needs have grown exponentially since the Trump administration launched the migrant protection protocols, or more commonly known as the Remain in Mexico policy, where migrants will wait in Mexico until the U.S. is ready to hear their asylum claim. Many have no clue what's going on. They're just trying to live off whatever they can find or what volunteers can share.
Some have been treated a lot worse than what they were fleeing from.
It's really embarrassing that we need someone with such high profile to come to the border just so that the United States can follow due process.
Danny Marrero invited Castro to see firsthand what children are being forced to endure just for a chance to live the American dream.
I welcome people to come here. I welcome people to come and see it for yourself.
Castro is calling on faith leaders to choose people over party.
And so I hope that in this country, people who say that they're Jesus-loving, God-loving, that they pay more attention to God-loving, Jesus-loving people on this side of the border with brown skin that are desperate, that are being treated cruelly by this president because he clearly doesn't care about them. We need to change this policy.
Now, today, Castro was able to take 12 to 13 members of the LGBTQ community and a disabled woman cross into the U.S. and make their asylum claim after they had unsuccessfully tried in the past. He's hopeful that they'll be allowed to remain in the United States as opposed to the thousands who remain in Mexico tonight. And that number is expected to grow larger in the near future. Brenda?
All right, Derek, thank you.